persist.
We weren't expecting special forces.
That's the point, Sergeant.
The hype train will be leaving the station shortly. Next stop, Battlefront 2. Could all hype fans please board now? Hey guys, it's Drax here on my channel, and today we'll be looking at EA and DICE's second go at a Battlefront game, and here's to hoping it will be better than the last time. The trailer is amazing. When I first watched it, I was blown away. If you compare it to the last Battlefront trailer, it's about 10 times better. We're seeing single player, better multiplayer, more characters, more planets, more customization, and overall what looks to be a much better game. And you might say the game we should have got originally. So let's look at what they are offering in more detail. Starting with single player, we have a 30-year journey of revenge, betrayal and redemption, spanning around the time of Return of the Jedi, a few years before the Death Star was destroyed, up to around the time of The Force Awakens. So we get to know the events that occurred between that time. You'll mainly play as Iden Versio, commander of the Inferno Squad, an Imperial Special Forces unit that is equally lethal on the ground and in space, but you'll also play as multiple other characters throughout the story. Yes, unlike the other Battlefront, this game actually has a single player, and it looks like it's going to be a good one. My hope is that we'll have at least 10 hours of gameplay, and it's got to be gripping. I love playing as the 501st in the original Battlefront 2, but I really hope this game can take that experience to a whole other level. Next we have expanded multiplayer. Across all eras, that means clones, droids, rebels and Imperials, and for planets we can already see an improvement on the last game, with just more planets. Hoth, Endor, Tatooine, Starkiller Base, Jakku, Yavin 4, Takodana, the home of Maz Kanata in The Force Awakens, and Vardos, which is actually the homeworld of Iden Versio, the main character of the single player. Space battles, and you can fly across Imperial dockyards, take down massive capital ships, pilot renowned crafts like the Millennium Falcon or Luke's X-Wing, but the problem I see here is that it's only 24 players. Now I'm not sure how much they changed it from the last game, but fighter space battles weren't great, and I miss the old space battles where you could destroy frigates and board capital ships and wreck them from the inside. You might remember destroying life support and engine cooling with those time bombs. There's no talk of boarding enemy ships, but it does say we will be able to take down capital ships. It also claims that the space combat has been redesigned from the ground up and that there will be around 40 AI ships, so it does sound better than the previous game already in that area. Next we turn our attention to characters, and we have them from every era. Yes, this game will cover the prequels, the original trilogy and the new era, including characters such as Kylo Ren, Rey and Yoda. I'm sure we can expect to see Luke and maybe Darth Vader, but the biggest reaction to the trailer for most of us came when we saw Darth Maul. He was epic to play in the old Battlefront 2 and is a big fan favourite with the iconic dual-ended lightsaber. It also mentions a split screen co-op feature, but that's only available for the PS4 and Xbox One, and only offline, so once you get enough upgrades in that mode you go online, but you can no longer split screen with your friend. It's not available for PC, which is to be expected, and seems to be a chill offline mode for players with a few mates around, like a PvE mode to get good at the game before you enter PvP. Let's turn our attention to customization and progress, and here we can see you can tailor unique abilities for each hero, trooper and starfighter. Now I gotta admit, the old star card system and character customization was pretty boring. But this game promises a rich and rewarding progression system, and so far it seems that the abilities and weapons tier up to a max level of epic, so the aim I would guess would be to get your favourite abilities and weapons up to that level. It also teases themed looks on your character, so maybe you can make them suited to your tastes. This overall should create a good amount of distinction on the battlefield, but we will have to wait and see. So now it's time for the best news of all, and that's no season pass. The creative director has confirmed there will be no season pass for this game. He said they were going in a different direction instead, that makes players feel more invested in the game without fragmenting the community. So does that mean microtransactions, and if so, will those transactions be pay to win or purely based upon customization? Once again, only time will tell. Following on from that point, having no season pass, you might think you would save money, and straight away after watching the trailer, seeing Darth Maul, reading about this no season pass especially, I was like, I'm going to pre-order this game. And then I looked at the prices. The standard version is selling for $54.99, that's $70, and the Elite Trooper Deluxe Edition is selling for about £70, and that's around $90. Now that seems a bit high for a game which still has a lot of speculation surrounding it. To be honest, the deluxe price reflects something that I would expect from a package that included a season pass in a way. Reminds me of the old packs that they sold for Battlefront 1. But maybe with all the content they packed into the game, they feel it might be worth the additional sum. I'm pretty keen on getting this game and making videos on it in the future, so let's take a look at Origin Access, pre-orders and the deluxe version. The official release date on all platforms is November the 17th, but with EA or Origin Access you will be able to play it on the 9th. So if you want to play it first, EA or Origin Access is the way to go, but you still need to buy a version of the game. The pre-order bonus for both versions currently include exclusively themed looks for Kylo Ren and Rey, inspired by the upcoming film. Now that's Kylo Ren without his helmet, and Rey with different coloured robes than the last film. You also get their epic ability modifiers, and we currently don't know what these mean for gameplay, so we can't put a value on this pre-order bonus. The deluxe version on top of 3 days early access will give you 4 upgrade packs including a weapon, a mod for that weapon, and an epic ability, all of which just seem to be a shortcut to earning these yourself in game. So if you have boarded the hype train, Origin Access and the standard edition look like the way to go. So that's all the information I have for this video. This game promises so much, and for long-time Star Wars fans the hope is that EA and DICE can deliver. I'm looking forward to seeing some solid gameplay in the future, which ultimately will decide the fate of this game. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back for more Battlefront news soon.